not like there's a lot of black characters in comics.
There are some we claim as black.
Skeeter from Doug, Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z.
Big Bird?
Sir, are you dead inside?
Coming soon to Apple TV Plus, streaming March 26th.
Hi, Megan. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. Congrats on another awesome season of Mythic Quest and the debut of the first expansion series, Side Quest.
Thank you. Yes, we're very excited for people to see Side Quest.
Me too, because I've seen it. I saw it back when we got the Mythic Quest screener, so I'm like, yeah, finally, like other people can see it and I can talk about it. How long have you been floating around ideas to expand the Mythic Quest universe, and what is it about Side Quest that made it the right choice?
Well, actually, Apple came to us and with some interest in spinning off the series, which was great. We were, I think, still so focused on trying to make the main show work that we were like surprised almost when they came about a spinoff. But it was really exciting. We didn't quite know what it was going to be, what we should make the spinoff about. But in season 3, when we were trying to break our standalone episode, our special episode that we do once, and we had a bunch of good ideas, and we kind of were a little bit saddened that we could only do one of them. And so naturally we were like, well, what if we had a show that was just these standalone episodes that all got to look at the world of gaming from a specific perspective, from an angle that maybe the Mythic Quest Prime, I think that's what they're calling it.
I love it.
Doesn't have the time, the episode space to do.
Gotcha. That makes sense. So that's why it's an anthology series. So that's great. And so when you were developing it, did you find that it differed greatly from how you approach Mythic Quest?
Well, yes, because, Mythic Quest is an ensemble series, and so you get to return to the same characters week after week. But I would say another big thing is that we elevated 3 of our writers, Ashley, John, and Katie, to be showrunners of their own on this show. So it was quite different in that Robin, David, and I weren't running it. They were, and they were making all of the decisions, and they would look to us for some input, but ultimately it was like, this is your show, and we're making the other one, so we got to focus on doing that. And so they really took the ball and ran with it, and they, had a few obstacles to come up against. One, it's like pretty difficult to do an anthology show where you're repiloting every single episode. You don't get to return to the same characters that you've already established. And 2, they were going into production right before the strike. So that was a huge obstacle, and they had to, change the way they were shooting the show. But yeah, we're so proud of like what they accomplished with it because it's such a cool block of 4 episodes.
Yeah, like you said, they're all great. I think Pull List might be my favorite because it reminded me the most of my friends when we get together and geek out. I mean, just the opening, Superman versus Goku. I was like, oh my God, I've had this argument. Literally. So did you have a favorite or one that really resonated with you over the others?
Yeah, I love Pull List as well. I think, I'm a big fan of bottle episodes. So I love an episode where we're all in one place. We get to be there the whole time with the same characters, and stakes and drama are created inside that room somehow through conversation, through like small events. So that's my favorite. It was when I realized I was like, I think this is going to be a bottle episode. They're not going to leave the room. I was so excited. So yeah.
That's great. Really quickly, last question. I know you can't confirm anything about Mythic Quest Season 5 or more side quests, but if we get more, and I hope that we do you know where it's going, and are you open to revisiting these side quest characters?
Yeah. Yes, definitely. I love the idea that the show that is creating this world, and that we'll start to see both shows talk to each other. And as far as where Mythic Quest goes, we have an idea for Poppy and I, and obviously that's what we're setting up at the end of this season. But I think it might not be the take that everybody expects us to take on that moment.
Oh, well, I'm curious, but I'm glad there's a plan because I love when there's a plan. That means we're not going to get any like Game of Thrones derailment kind of crazy.
No, we're not going to go back on it. It's not going to say that it was all a dream, but there's a plan.
That's great. Thank you again for your time. And Mythic Quest and Side Quest are now streaming on Apple TV Plus.